Hello everybody, welcome to my first YouTube video here. I'm just gonna get right into it. I just opened a vintage clothing store online and I've been doing it on some social medias for a few years now, and there's lots of questions I've been asked about this one topic here, and it's how can you tell that an item is actually vintage? So I'm gonna throughout this video, I'm gonna give you guys some tips on what to look for when you're thrifting to find vintage items, and kind of things that to steer away from that may make it seem like it's a vintage item. However, it's they're indicators to show that it is not. So let's get right into it. I'm not good at editing, so everything you see is gonna be all natural here. So I'm just gonna pull up this shirt here. So this is what you're gonna look for. So this is just a Nike shirt here. Nothing too special going on here. Take it off the hanger here. All right, so just a Nike shirt. I'll show you guys the tag. There's the tag. So right away, I'm gonna tell you guys this shirt is not a vintage item. No, it's not. It's a brand new. I bought it last year just from the Nike website. So how can I tell it's not a vintage item? All right, so the main thing is the tag. So when you're buying a vintage item, look for a physical tag. If it's printed on like that, you know for a fact it was made probably in the last 10 years if it's a printed tag. And also another thing, I'll get into it more here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, but a single stitch and a double stitch, if you haven't heard this term before. So basically it's the stitching on the shirt. So here, this is a double stitch. See how there's two seams? There's one at the top and one at the bottom. And when you flip it inside out, it's almost got like this crisscross stitching here. So that's a double stitch. So the double stitch will be found mostly on the newer items. However, on vintage items, there is double stitching, but I'm just saying a good indicator is a single stitch. So I'll show you guys what a single stitch looks like here. And I'll tell you guys a few indicators. I'm gonna try and make this video short and sweet. So here's a few indicators. So here we got this NASCAR Looney Tunes collab. So what I'm looking for when I bought this shirt was the tag. So right away, that's a gimme. Like, that's an old Through the Loom tag if you've been in the vintage game, you know. So it's not only the tag you want to look for, you want to look at where the tag, where the product is made, if it's there. If it says in the USA or if it says in Canada, it's most likely like a go-ahead vintage item. Most stuff is made overseas now. So yeah, so on this one it says made in the USA. And then the other thing I was looking for is the single stitch. So here you can see it's just one stitch goes across, and I'll show you the inside here. It's also called a lock stitch. So that's what it looks like on the inside. That's what it looks like on the outside. So the way I think about it when I'm thrifting, so I call it a single dingle, and a double trouble. So when you see a double, you kind of want to make sure that there's other factors to show that it's vintage. And then another thing you want to look for is licensing, and if there's a year or date on it. So on this guy, it says right here, just to show that it's not necessarily vintage, but to show that it's not a fake, to show that it's real. So this one officially licensed by NASCAR right here. You can see that. And then we have a date here, and licensing by Warner Bros as well. So it's the NASCAR Warner Bros collab here. 1993, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it does say 1993 Warner Bros right there. So I'll just go over, once again, just keep it short and sweet. What you're looking for a tag. If it says made in the USA, that's a good indicator. You're looking for a single stitch. You're looking for, not necessarily to show it's vintage, but a good indicator to show it's a real product and not a remake is the licensing. So the licensing, and also you're looking for a year on the shirt. So this one is a 93. So there's that. And I'll just go over it one last time on another shirt I have here. So I got this Bulls shirt, 1992 champs, world champs. So it says world champ on the front and then finishes on the back, just an all over print here. So when I came across this, I looked for the tag, and I got the size large changes tag, made in USA. Look for the stitching. You can't really see it on this one, you can only see the inside, but yeah, single stitched, the lock stitch there. And then I was looking for, obviously, branding, and it is all over it, as you can see. And licensing. So it says licensed by NBA and Chicago Bulls there. And then obviously the year is all over the shirt. So that's a good indicator. So yeah, I just wanted to keep you guys in the know. If you're new to the vintage game and you're looking to buy some vintage clothing, that you're not buying fakes and you're not buying items that aren't necessarily vintage. So hopefully this video helps out, and this is my first video, so leave a thumbs up or subscribe, help me out, let me know what I missed. If you guys have any other things you want to talk about, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, other than that, I just started a website up. You can go check it out, link will be in the bio. And thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully this video helped out. See ya.